G'day guys, it's John from theproductivegarden.com, and today I'm with my top bar hive. Now, I recently picked up a swarm on Sunday night. It's now Saturday night. It's now Tuesday. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting some sugar water in with these guys because they had a little bit of nectar which I've left the honeycomb in there, so I'm going to take that out. They will have cleaned that out by now and hopefully built some new comb to put the nectar into. But I'm going to just take the old honeycomb out that I left in there with them. It was the way it was built on the branch that they built their little hive on. It just wasn't something you could really put onto a bar. So I would have liked to have done that, but I haven't. Anyway, so what I've got here is I've just got a bit of plywood with a hole in it, which is big enough, I won't tip this over just yet, but big enough for this jar to go through. So it's just got water mixture in here, water and sugar I should say, 1 to 1, just to give them a little bit extra, and just a few holes in the top so that they can get the sugar water out of there. Now the holes are enough so that they'll be able to get the sugar water out, but it's not going to drip out into the hive. So I'll just start just by removing some of the bars, and here they come. Now these bees have been pretty gentle so far. I'm not going to worry about smoke with them. Right, they haven't started putting wax back here yet. We're 3 bars from the end. Okay, maybe they're getting started there, and they're actually festooning off this bar here, so I'm just going to leave that there. There's no reason for me to get this to move that at all. I'm just going to leave them. They're festooning, they're building honeycomb, so I'm just going to leave them for the moment. I'll get these bits of comb out. You can see there, that was one bit that was on a leaf. They've well and truly cleaned that out now, so I'll just put that aside. Here's another bit here, and they're actually pretty good bees. I mean, they're flying around a bit, but they certainly don't seem to be bothering me at all. I'll just leave, whoops, I was going to leave that bee on there. Okay, so I'll just put this here. And they'd actually collected a bit of pollen as well, so they're actually doing pretty well. Just having a look there. They actually look like they've built a fair bit of comb in the few days that they've been here. I can just see what looks like a bit of comb there, but they're pretty busy there. Alright, so what I'll do, I'll put this in here, and it's just going to sit there just like that, and I do hope that this sits here pretty well. It looks like it will. I haven't really been able to measure it. Just move out of there, bee, so I don't squash her. Okay, so I'll just sit that in now. Now what I'll do, I'll just come and get the camera and I'll show you how that's sitting. Now this isn't an original idea from me. This is one I picked up from a fellow named Phil Challender, who has a website named biobees.com or .org, I can't remember, but it's one of those. I'll actually put it in the information panel down below. But he's the guy who I saw him do a video on it. He actually did a video of sort of 3 across, and yeah, it was a good idea. So I'll leave that in there, and I'll just come and grab the camera and show you what I've done. Alright, so there you can see the jar sitting in there, and now that won't drip. It'll just have the honey like sort of out there, so that the bees will be able to get it out of the little holes in the lid. Okay, and you can see there the bees are all festooning in the corner there, and that's where they'll be starting to build honeycomb. Don't know if there's any that we can see. No, there's not really any there that we can see, but like I said, they've been there since Saturday night. So this is Sunday, Monday, they've had 2 full days of building comb, and today as well, so 3 full days of building comb. And they have been pretty busy coming and going, but hopefully this sugar water will give them that little bit of extra boost where they don't have to travel so far to be able to get some resources to build this comb up. Alrighty, now I don't want to leave these guys open for too long. What I'm going to do now is I'll just put these bars back one at a time and just try not to squash any bees in the process. they're actually pretty good. I haven't really had any bother me at all. They've all been pretty good. Oh yeah, so just get these bars back on top. Alrighty, I'll just firm that up. So this is the divider that I've got in so far. This is all the room I'm giving them for the moment, because it just means we've been getting some pretty cold nights here. Obviously not as cold as some parts of the world. I mean, it's been down around 5 or 6 degrees, but the idea is it's just that little bit less space that they need to keep warm, to keep themselves warm and happy. So just giving them that little bit of smaller space rather than like giving them the whole hive. I know there are some places who get a lot colder than that. People in the northern hemisphere who get snow and that sort of thing, but yeah, we don't quite get that cold here, but still it keeps it nice and comfortable. And now I just need to put my roof back on. Alrighty, and that's it. Roof's on. These bees should be nice and happy now. They'll be able to use that sugar water to build up their honeycomb, and yeah, they won't have to go as far. They won't have to travel up to 3 kilometres to go and get some nectar to get some energy to build that honeycomb. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. It's just an easy little thing for top bar hives to build a feeder. Just a bit of wood that spans across with a hole in the middle big enough to fit the jar in, so it doesn't slip right through. Really easy. Yeah, I'd like to thank Phil Challenger for sharing that with me. It was just such an easy way to put a feeder in. Anyway, that's it for now, and until next time, happy productive gardening. Bye.